This is our final update on the Yelsa PledgeMe campaign. And judging purely on the amount of money we've raised, it's been an absolute train wreck. We set out to raise a minimum of $250,000, and as I record this, we're sitting at around about $6,000. So I'm not going to try and dress this up. Here's what I reckon happened. We spent 5 years trying to bring Yelsa to life, buyers before advertising, more than 1.6 million invested, our marketing budget was gone, raising more money was getting harder, and our shareholders had investor fatigue. To us, PledgeMe felt like our final big shot. What we thought would take 6 weeks to develop the PledgeMe campaign ended up taking 5 months. Over those 5 months, something happened that none of us expected. PledgeMe forced us to pull the whole business apart, answer every question, and finally become the company that we've been trying to build for 5 years and that our investors had been demanding we become. Then we launched the PledgeMe campaign with the Chamber of Commerce in Nelson, and somehow the business just took over. More than 290 homeowners have now contacted or engaged with Yelsa about potentially selling their properties, and most of those homes aren't even on the market. They're quietly checking whether buyers already exist before they make the decision to sell. Sounds obvious when you say it out loud, but people start thinking about selling long before they call an agent or put their house online. That period is what we call the Yelsa zone, and that's our market. Suddenly Sarah and I weren't spending our days trying to raise money. I was talking to customers, listening to what they wanted, fixing things, building things, and working well into the night, implementing what they were telling us they needed. We've hardly had time to check the mailbox, let alone run a crowdfunding campaign. PledgeMe was the spark that lit the fire, just not in the way that we'd anticipated. Since the campaign went live, we've put almost no meaningful time or money into promoting this PledgeMe raise. And yet something far more important has happened. Our existing investors saw the finished product. They saw what was happening here in Nelson, Tasman. And since the PledgeMe campaign launched, they've internally committed more than $100,000 towards marketing Yelsa and growing the marketplace. That's the return of investor confidence. And frankly, that was what we needed. Everything else is a bonus. We actually discussed shutting the PledgeMe campaign down completely, but collectively decided to let it run. Because real estate takes time to wash through the system. The results we can already see aren't really publicly visible yet, but they will be. So Sarah and I are pretty relaxed about what happens from here. If PledgeMe raises, fantastic. We'll welcome the new shareholders, put the money to work, and we'll move faster. If it doesn't, we retain the shares and continue with the backing we already have. Either outcome works for us. And there's one more thing. We're now working with a well-established Australian company that wants to bring and deliver Yelsa to one of Australia's largest cities as a starting point. We will supply and bring the technology, the platform, and the model that we're proving right here in the market, and they will bring their Australian presence and their marketing firepower to launch at scale. We're working through that structure now and expect Yelsa to be operating in Australia within the next 12 weeks. We want to be in there for the spring market. I can't say much more than that really, but I can tell you it's bloody exciting. We entered PledgeMe with a powerful idea, 5 years of learning, more than 1.6 million invested, and an enormous amount of belief. And if I'm truthful, we didn't really have a business. Now we do. We have a rebuilt platform, a measurable marketplace, restored investor confidence, more than 290 homeowners engaging with us, and a pathway into Australia. That's been the real return on the PledgeMe campaign. So to everyone who followed the campaign, shared it, supported it, or pledged, thank you. And thank you to PledgeMe. The fundraising result may have been a bit of a train wreck, but the process has been one of the greatest things that has ever happened to our little Nelson startup. Now we get on with it. We keep building. We keep putting Yelsa in front of homeowners. We keep connecting these buyers with homeowners. And we keep working to change the cost of the experience of selling a home. And who knows, by some miraculous alignment of the universe, maybe over the next 24 hours, 500 people jump on PledgeMe and we're done. Wouldn't that be an awesome conclusion to this story? And an even better way to start the next phase of this journey? Thank you to everyone who's followed us, supported us, shared the campaign or pledged. And if you want to make a pledge, the link is below. Thanks everybody. Mike and Sarah out.